Hey, welcome to the part two of our video training on how you can make crazy sales from your business. Okay, so if this is the first video you're watching, or if this is the first video that or you just skipped to this video, we are going to be looking at where our customers are. All right, but in our previous video we talked about who your ideal customers are, who your ideal clients are, who the ideal people you want to be serving, who are they. Okay, and I gave you an example using weight loss products that I use, or weight loss products that I sell. Okay, I gave you an example that I sell to married women who are mothers between the age of 27 to 40, and I gave you an example of a 50-year-old man who has erection problems. Okay, so that is me defining my target market, that is me defining my target audience, and this is going to help in creating a message that they are going to relate with. All right, now the next thing that you need to do after you have defined who your ideal customers are, who you want to sell your product or services to, the next step is to find out where they are. Your next step is to find out where they are. Okay, I will tell you a story. Now, there was a time where I was trying to create messages around my book. I have an ebook that talks about kids and how to make them brilliant, but I had no idea how to make this book a massive sale, so I joined so many groups that contain mothers. Of course, mothers were my target audience, so I joined some groups containing mothers. Okay, and I was giving them messages, and I was trying to educate them on how they can make their kids more brilliant and all that. But do you know something? These women, they were not even interested in my product at all. Wow, I was so sad. I had spent months making research, and I had spent thousands of naira creating the ebook. I had spent close to 100,000 naira setting up my website, but then it was a massive failure. So what did I do? Now here is the thing about where your customers are. I joined another group called Parents and Educators. Now, do you see that? Educators. So these people already have their mind focused on education and focused on making their kids brilliant. So wow, this was wonderful. Okay, so I just joined that group, and I was making posts, giving educative posts, and look at the beautiful thing. From that group alone, I sold more than 100 copies of my book at 2,500 naira each. In less than 2 months, 2,500 naira each, 100 copies. So this is why it is important. That you actually know where your customers are. All right, so where do they hang out? And this is what I'm going to be revealing to you in this video. Now look at this meeting here. Now look at this picture here, this cartoon. This is a preacher, and this are the congregation. Okay, now this obviously is a church setting. Let me ask you a question. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to sell, for example, a religious material, maybe anointing oil or something, on a Sunday, where are you going to go? Of course, you're going to go to churches where they most likely need it. That is where you're going to be selling your anointing oil and other things that has to do with Christianity and stuff, because the people in this gathering their minds are already open, their minds are already prepared to receiving all of these things. Okay, so this is why it is important for you to go to where your target audience are gathered. And how do you find them online? Trust me, no matter what you want to sell, even if you want to sell a dog, there is a place where dog lovers hang out on the internet, and it is your job to find them and to go and meet them. That is your job. All right, now let me give you an example of what I did. You know, I told you earlier that I joined a group containing mothers and they didn't really buy my ebook. What I noticed was that this gathering of mothers was actually a different thing. Those ones were not gathered for education or anything. The major thing that they were discussing in that group was, I kid you not, sex. Okay, and looking sexy. Sex and looking sexy for their husbands. That's the thing. And as a smart entrepreneur, I have seen this gathering. I went back, you know, to make a research on how they could lose their weight. And I got back into the group, made a few posts on how they could lose weight, on how their food was, you know, causing them to become fat and looking ugly and stuff. And at the end, in another post, I recommended my ebook and my physical product. Guess what? I sold it out cash fast. Okay, so because their mind has already been prepared to receive a solution, as an entrepreneur, you have to take the solution to them. Okay, but imagine that I did not find that gathering now, and I'm now looking for people that are going to buy up and down. I'm just making posts on my Facebook, I'm just making posts on my profile, on my Facebook pages. Nobody's going to buy because that is not a gathering. Okay, all right, so let's move on with further examples. Sorry, you're going to be looking at this image for a while. Okay, so another thing that you need to do now, if you want to find these people, is to go to Facebook and type groups for, you know, maybe mothers or something. So let's say that you want you're selling fashion items now for women. You can go on Facebook and type fashion. Facebook is going to give you options of fashion groups that you can join. All right, so you can join these groups. That is where your market is. If you are selling things related to fashion, or maybe you're selling things related to maybe makeup, you can type the keyword makeup on Facebook, and then Facebook is going to give you groups that are related to makeup. Okay, another example is this. If you want to sell your makeup to married women, let's say you have defined your audience, you want to sell it to married women between the age of 30 to 40, you can join groups for married women. Do you understand this? Married women are your target audience. Join Facebook groups for married women, join WhatsApp groups for married women, join forums, Nairaland forums for married women, and then you are going to draw them out with a message. You know, it's like this. Let me give you a very, very detailed example of what I mean. For example, now you are sitting in a bus and it is very, very sunny, everywhere is hot. So if somebody selling bottled water, chilled bottled water, walks past you, are you going to request for it or not? You are most likely going to request for it because 1, it is hot, and 2, you are thirsty. 3, the person has walked to the right place to sell his bottled water, because you people might die of thirst in that hold up under that crazy sun. Okay, so your mind has already been opened to receive a solution, and that is what you should do too. You should go to a place where your target audience are gathered, a place where their mind has been opened to receive a solution. Okay, so using my own weight loss product, for example, now I was talking about how losing weight helps them look sexier for their husband and all those things, you know. So that is the next step you need to do. Jump on Google, search for, you know, Facebook groups for, usually I love Facebook groups. You know, Facebook groups are like communities. Okay, so I use Facebook an awful lot, and oftentimes when I cannot join groups using Facebook, when I cannot join Facebook groups, I use Facebook advertisements. You know, everyone is on Facebook, so I use Facebook advertisements to draw out my own target market. So but that is another video entirely. It is another training, advanced training on its own. Okay, so define your target market and find them where they are. Join Facebook groups where they are. Okay, there is a target for everything. There is a market for dog lovers, there is a group for dog lovers, there is a group for praying mothers, there is a group for anything. The only group that cannot exist on Facebook is group for kidnappers and dam robbers, but anything else you will find on Facebook. And if your target audience spend most of their time on Instagram, join Instagram. You know, there are some markets that sell more on Instagram than Facebook. You know, fashion items, they sell more on Instagram than Facebook. Okay, so you have to know, where do your target audience hang out? Where do they spend their time? Where do they chill out? Are they on Twitter? Join Twitter. Are they on Facebook? Join Facebook. Are they on Facebook groups? Join those Facebook groups. All right, and make yourself relevant to them. Okay, so this is going to be it for now. If you miss this step, if you don't find your target audience where they are, then you are going to be losing a lot of money. Trust me, I wasted more than 300,000 naira with this thing. Okay, I lost more than 300,000 naira. So trust me, it is important that you get this. Okay, if you want to really make profits in your business, then you should take this step really serious. In the next video, I am going to be telling you how you can draw them to you once you're in their midst. Number one, you have defined your target audience. Number two, you have found them where they are. The third step now is to make them gravitate towards you. You want them to notice you. Okay, so how are you going to do that? We will be talking about that in the next video. Okay, so I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself.